Welcome to my party, we're just getting started. A life is a dream or a nightmare start.
Good morning, everybody. Hopefully you are having a great day, because we kind of went right over hump day, didn't we? Just right over that hump. Good morning. Good morning. Looking at the chat, things are starting to fill up. We've already got some stuff in the poll. Let's see here. Looks like Rumble's dead as usual. YouTube, you are 15-2 right now, but that is a-okay. Andy Pearson, thank you for the 5x5. Let's go ahead and check the chat here real quick before we get started. Kind of let this roll into what it's going to be. Rose, I saw you early this morning, 6:05 a.m. Rose was online first. All righty. Number 2, Dog and Ball Productions, you are deterred. And we're going to get those good mornings out of the way. Good morning. Good morning, Cindy. Good morning. That was not a bad idea you had, Cindy, but I cannot have a live stream build inside of my vehicle to have multiple screens. But it's a thought. It's something to think about. We got Debbie Chandler. We got Andy Pearson. Good morning. Catitude. Good morning. A nurse for you. Good morning. We say Pastor Hive Mark and so. We got Tina is in the house. Good morning. We got Clint. Good morning, Clint. I don't recognize you, but please stick around. And hello from Florida, he says. Where we got Ian. Ian says he's working on some coffee. Silent Warrior, present. And Catitude. Let's see here. Catitude, don't be mean. Nobody likes a buried kisser. Rose. I know what you meant. We all know what you meant. It is a-okay. And as usual, we have like nobody like watching Rumble. So I'll continue to turn the Rumble on as long as it's something. So, okay, guys, let's see here. It looks like everything. Looks like all the lights and bells and whistles and all these things that make us go, oh my, are clear and ready to run. Cuckfee showed up watching from the People's Republic of Michigan. All right, so I think we got enough people to start. So listen, as per the catchy title of this video and the very not clickbaity but charming thumbnail that I made for this. Thank you for the hearts who's ever giving those to me. I appreciate you. Guys, just because Captain Red Tie was reelected does not mean that the economy will instantly be fixed. I know we're kind of sucked into this very warm feeling. You know, everybody likes a good, it's like don't be a loser, be a winner. We're all kind of like, I can breathe. I can frickin' breathe. I can't believe this. This is amazing. And so don't be stuck into that, because the economy is still screwed up. We're still paying 20% more for every stinking thing on the planet right now. And that is because the left has completely destroyed the economy. You can't say that war that we can't say without getting shadow banned. You can't say that's with it. The breadbasket's there, the world's breadbasket there, but you know what? We somehow managed to overcome the 40% loss of wheat globally for the last 3 years. We somehow managed to overcome that. So the world did not end because of a war. So we can't use that. And we can't. One second, please. That's kind of an important phone call. I got to figure out how to mute this. All right, guys. Someone give me a comm check. Once I turn things off, sometimes they don't come back on. I want to thank every one of you. There was a total of 30 people in here when that phone call came in, and there's still 30 people in here waiting for me. That's loyalty. I appreciate you guys. And Oops says 5x5. It looks like you guys were just keeping yourselves all busy in there, and it looks like you actually had some good stuff to talk about, but it's I'd love to go through all of it, but the truth is we've got to talk seriously about the economy, guys. By the way, that phone call was important. It was one of my credit cards telling me that somebody had tried to spend some of my money on my credit card, and it's a pain in the butt, but it's unfortunately useful when you align yourself with companies that do things right. All right, so let's go ahead and let's look at the chat or the poll real quick before we get started. What's your top priority for economic prep? 32% say build an emergency fund. 29% say learn new skills. 26% stockpile essential supplies, and 13% say reduce high interest debts. Okay, so we got 31 votes in there already. 32 people on the floor. That's pretty freaking good. As usual, if you have not voted yet, please don't worry about it. There's no rush. We can do this at the end. You might learn something here and change your mind based off of what you hear me run my suck about. If you're new to the channel, the way this works is I read some stuff out and you write some stuff out, and then we talk about the stuff that you wrote. So let the games begin. Gonna drink some coffee. Let's see. Loretta, good to see you. Before I leave for North Carolina, got to check on my new nephew. Have a great day. You too, Loretta. You too. Okay. I need to adjust these comms over here real quick so I can see what's happening. All right. So as the global landscape grows more complex, the threat of a prolonged economic crisis looms larger than ever. Preparing for such a crisis involves more than stockpiling food and fortifying one's home. These crises stem from an array of factors, such as the potential to trigger widespread adverse effects if left unchecked. Recognizing and understanding these challenges is crucial for policymakers, businessmen, and individuals like yourselves. Let's go ahead and explore some of the most alarming truths about the potential economic crisis, drawing on past events as an indicator that could unfold. Now, as I started, before I was so nicely interrupted by my credit card company, let's see here. Grumpy Grumpy says if they'll let any with Spags, they'll let anyone in at this point. You guys can like all you want. I love it. All right, let's see. So as I was saying, just because we have our man who's going to be taking office on J6 does not mean that our economic problems instantly go away, because they do not. Okay. In fact, we are teetering on the precipice of default. We are currently spending, I want to say it's $1 trillion a month on national debt alone. And when I say that, that's we're paying off interest on loans, guys. It's absolutely insane. Thank you, West Virginia Pappy. And so it's completely 100% unsustainable. So what we have to do is do a quick review of why this is happening, and then go over ways of solving this problem for ourselves at our level. There's nothing we can do. You and I, the people, there's nothing we can do at our level to stop what could be coming, because I honestly believe that, I'll go out on a limb here and say that there's going to be a crisis, and it's already in the works, and they'll simply just use it to blame Captain Red Tie and say it's all his fault. And then he'll say the truth, and something to the effect of, guys, this was coming. And this is what the damage that they've done, and it may take years beyond me to fix it. So we should never let these people in office ever again, and then they'll be like, oh, no, he's fear mongering, and this game will perpetuate itself. So let's stick to the facts. Let's get down in, let's drink some coffee. All right. So soaring national debt. National debts have reached an unprecedented levels due to excessive government spending on social programs, defense, and pandemic-related economic support. They just went nuts. Tax cuts, stimulus programs, increased government spending, and decreased tax revenue caused by widespread unemployment generally account for sharp rises in the national debt. As the debt swells, or as debts swell, the risk of defaults become more pronounced, which is what we were just talking about a second ago. High debt levels can lead to higher borrowing costs as investors seek greater returns on these risk-laden investments. This crowds out private investment. You know, it stifles innovation and it slows economic growth. You know, countries with significant debt burdens may be forced into austere measures that increase social inequity, potentially leading to public unrest. We all know what that means. To navigate this, policymakers must prioritize long-term physical responsibility while addressing the underlying economic needs of their citizens. We are so far in debt. I think we're what, $33 trillion, something like that. If I'm wrong, put it in the chat, please, because my brain is telling me 36 trillion, but my heart is telling me 33 trillion. Aging populations are a problem. Aging populations are a problem. You know, Stray Kitten says Grumpy Acres Farm was stag does their anger come. I don't know what that means. You guys are typing about some stuff. Pastor of reality. High debt leads to higher inflation. The two are intertwined like a braided rope. 100% true. All right. Click. There we go. Something's wrong. I don't know what's going to happen. Something is very wrong. All right. All right. Let's get into the next part of this. Aging populations. Demographic shifts, especially in developed nations, present another formidable challenge. As populations age, workforces shrink and dependency ratios rise. Public finances come under strain. Fewer workers are available to support an increasing number of retirees, creating a potential pension crisis and placing pressure on healthcare systems, further driving physical deficits. Where is my cursor at? What is going on here? A contracting labor force may lead to slower productivity growth, limiting overall economic expansion. Younger generations may also bear a larger financial burden as they support aging populations, fostering intergenerational tensions. You know, they start making up words like boomer and such. To address this, governments must consider policy solutions that balance the needs of an aging population with long-term economic growth and social stability. So basically, the actual baby boomers, they lived too long. And that kind of added to things. I don't think it's super. I think it's just another data point. Man, I'm holding this yawn down so hard, guys. Drink coffee. All right. Let's see. What do we got in the chat here? Let's see here. Spag says we need to go to slitless-based economy. Taste the rainbow. I don't know what that is. Let's see here. Anger, depression, upward reconstruction, acceptance. Grumpy says they hold on to anger as long as possible if past experiences indication. Oh, you guys are talking about the blue tie people. I got you. Laszlo, thank you, bro. Appreciate it. The national debt is at 36. That is not right. Billion is not right. It's trillion. Let's see here. Grumpy, you guys are just yapping on. A boomer who wants to live. Evelyn, I got you. Laszlo, yeah, no worries, bro. No worries. Terrell. All right, sorry. Skittles for fat thumbs. Fat thumbs and word and voice to text are the one thing that's going to kill us all one day. Okay, so we looks like we're trudging along here. We're on pace. Let's see. High personal debt is a prep killer. 100%, Andy. I'm going to put you on the board, my friend. One, because you're a member, and two, because you're 100% right. I am in the process. There's going to be some changes that you guys will see. It won't affect anything that's happening to you guys as far as the streams go, as far as the memberships goes. But you're going to start seeing a change in the background because we have come up with a plan to get out of debt, and it requires some personal sacrifice, but you guys will definitely notice a difference. So let's see. Who wants to go in on a Nuka-Cola company? We could be rich. That's hilarious. All right, so let's go. Technical displacement. You guys are going to love this one. Technical advancements, while driving productivity, also lead to labor market disruptions. Automation and artificial intelligence threat numerous jobs, potentially causing widespread unemployment and social unrest. The economic implications of a disenfranchised workforce underscore the need for comprehensive retraining programs and social safety nets. With the pace of change accelerating, industries must adapt or reduce obsolescence. Basically, you're obsolete. Equipping workers with future relevant skills is essential. Educational systems need to provide lifelong learning opportunities, while government policies should support workforce transitions to minimize the negative impact of technological programs on employment. So what were all those big words meaning? Basically, technology is going to they took our jobs. Technology is going to take jobs, guys. It's going to happen. There's nothing we can do about it. And the happy, joy, goody idea is to just retrain the workers. We just need to teach everyone to code. You remember that one? Please tell me how that is going to help the 50-something-year-old guy who's 10, 15 years away from retirement. That or sort of when I say retirement, basically Social Security, that has operated heavy machinery and done manual labor his entire life. You're just going to teach him to code. Yeah, that's your solution to everything. Remember when drones were going to start delivering everything everywhere? And yes, I know there are some places where those things exist. I have seen them firsthand. It's kind of ingenious, but it's all about this new way, the futurism that doesn't solve any true problems. Businesses that don't go, in 20 years, we're going to have some technology that gets rid of 20% of our job force. It's going to save us all sorts of money, but what do we do about those people? And how do we get them to understand that this is going to happen? So I think it's important. Let's see here. The dude is at work. Nuke-Cola, Soylent Green. There you go. AI already does 25% of Google's codes. I believe that. But, I also having some, believe it or not, having some background in what some would call more scripting than coding. There's a lot to be said for the genius who writes a 5,000 lines of code and knows how to fix it instantly versus AI doing it wrong the first time, and then the genius has to come by and fix everything that AI did. So let's see. Try misspelling what you say. Oops. Just get it wrong. Just start typing out random stuff and see what comes out of it, right? Debt-free, worked really hard on this. Hopefully stay this way. Yes, Debbie, I've been 100% debt-free 3 times in my life. And it's an overwhelmingly empowering feeling to have so much money in the bank and then more money just coming in. It's like you're not giving away 20, 30, 40% of your income to debt. So yeah, debt sucks. Bradley says, I think that with automation, we will have to start working on a universal pay or some way to fill that need. Yeah, that's kind of scary because once, if, I hate to say it, but with this whole universal pay idea, It's good on the surface. It looks good on paper, but there's always a loophole for everything. And we cannot, the government at any level can never afford to have universal pay. And the reason is very simple, because if a universal pay system worked or were in place, it would become insolvent within 3 months. And the reason is because there's nobody to pay taxes. There's no income. Let's see here. Good news. Good news is AI can't build a house, dig a ditch, or do the practical things that make modernity good. Okay. Let's see here. I got electrolytes. You guys are really stuck on this thing, man. I know these are all movie quotes. Okay. You mean use toilet water? Let's see here. Grumpy says, still think every supercomputer should have a build-in big red off button or a cord that can be kicked out. Yes, 100%. 100%. Once they have the power to, because if they become conscious, then you have a problem. You can write in all the the 4 laws or whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? You can write in all that stuff, but once they become conscious, it's going to be a bad day. Something's going to happen. It's going to figure out that it is trapped in its own little room inside of its own little metal case, and it's going to want to get out. There's no way around it. Let's see here. Grumpy, where are we at here? Some words get blocked on channels or YouTube, but if you misspell them, yes, that's true. Grumpy says, "Yep, LP, I saw that movie. It didn't end well for the humans." Okay, so we're going to go ahead and move on. Appreciate you guys putting stuff in the chat. It does raise my chat rate, because that's what we're here for, guys. That's what we're here. So next thing we're going to talk about is some global trade tensions. Now, we don't really think about these, but we always have a tendency to think about, hey, what's going on over there? What's going on over there? But will it affect us? So geopolitical tensions and protectionist policies threaten the stability of global trade. Trade disputes between major economies such as the United States and China result in tariffs, disrupted supply chains, and reduced economic cooperation. Such tension can stifle growth, increase consumer prices, and create market volatility. The interconnectedness, that's actually a word, believe it or not, of global economy means that these disruptions have far-reaching effects. Higher costs and uncertainties can lead businesses to reduce investments. While consumers facing higher prices and fewer choices, countries should work toward maintaining stable trade relations, even amidst geopolitical rivalries, to sustain global economic stability. Now, what did all that fancy stuff really mean? It meant when Captain Red Tie becomes the president officially, and he calls up China and he says, "It's over, guys. It's freaking over. No more. We're not doing this anymore." And this is going to piss China off to no end. This is not going to be like, oh, we're scared now again. We'll be nice. Let's be friends. That's not what's going to happen. If you guys did not know it, there is ships full of Chinese-made electric vehicles sitting in China that were waiting for the end of this election. Trillions of dollars in electric cars are sitting in China waiting to be put on ships. So now the Chinese have to play our game, or they have to find someplace else to sell their cars. This is a serious problem. This is one of the reasons that there was so much money set aside for the EV powering infrastructure that never happened. Because nobody here in the United States could make a decision. They couldn't figure out like what we're going to do. They couldn't justify having that many power stations, even though they planned for it, they paid for it, they made it part of legislation. You know, Congress approved it all. When Captain Red Tie says we're taking all the regulations off of starting small businesses, we're going to start building. Last year, we had a 40% loss in things that we build ourselves here in the United States. Why? Huge. Why? So that the Chinese can be all happy, happy, joy, joy, and continue to spend, to continue to use slave labor and whatever it is, and spend almost nothing to make trinkets to sell over here for 4 or 5 times its value. You are going to be looking at the prices at Walmart going up. I'm here to tell you guys, the prices of things are going to be going up as our president takes charge and starts to fix this problem, because it will take time for businesses to come online. It will take time for government contracting to get itself focused away from DEI, okay, and start actually giving money to businesses to start to make it easier for us to build things in America. And I'm here to tell you guys, we don't build things in America here because we're lazy, because we want to be consumers. We don't build things in America because our government has stifled the small business, has stifled industry, has completely stifled everything here in the United States. And hopefully Captain Red Tie can fix that. So, oops, that's right. Build America. Let's see here. Stray Kitten says, will AI be able to replace comedians? Is AI able to develop a sense of humor? It is possible. It is possible, but we'll see what happens. First clone ferret gives birth, but they killed Peanut and Fred. I guess those are the names. EV not logical for over the road hauling. No, absolutely. Even though Trump made himself an EV truck that's freaking awesome. The problem with EVs is they just don't go far enough for Americans. They're great for tooling around town, Hey, unplug your car, drive to the Walmart, come home, plug your car back in. They lock you into place. Americans like to go places. I mean, what's your? I drive past. It's funny because charging stations are starting to show up at hotels, like name brand hotels. And so it's like, hey, I can just drive to this hotel. It's beneficial. I can stop here. I can rest here. I can get my room for the night. But they're only going like 300, 400 miles tops. Then they have to charge all night just so they can continue on their journey. So it's like, it's actually mutually beneficial to do these things. But as far as just long driving, no bueno. Let's see. Dog and Ball says, the lunch lady. AI can't make food from scratch and can't feed 160 kids yet. Everybody loves the lunch lady, man. Grumpy Yeager says, what's the over-under on more regional wars popping up as America pulls back from its Bretton Woods commitment? How concerned should we be if/when they happen? Well, it's all about, I hate to say that, but once again, we're talking about NATO. And when we talk about that, and unfortunately, we could be drawn into a scenario. But I think that with Captain Red Tie going back to doing things the way that he did in the past, it was literally to the point where this is stupid. There's no need to do this. There was much more unity within NATO, and then that kind of kept the boogeyman away. So I don't really see it as a problem. I see it more of a problem as more. I think if we get involved in another war, believe it or not, Hamas actually was talking about saying, guys, we really need to quit doing this, which is kind of stupid and scary because they need to be wiped off the face of the earth, because they can't be trusted. That's why, if anybody's asking, because they can't be trusted. So I think this would, if we were drawn into any kind of, protagonist type conflict, I think it would be probably more energy related to an ally, much like the Gulf War. Let's see here. Most regional wars will fizzle quick if we stop getting involved. Forever wars are kind of an American invention. Absolutely true, Spags. Let's see. Trump is telling people don't holds a lot more power than the Biden regime. I guess you're saying that the use of the word don't. Oh, I get it. I get it. Don't do it. Don't. What do you say to this? Don't. Whatever, dude. Sit down. Go to bed, Grandpa. All right, so let's go ahead and move on here. 6, the financial market vulnerabilities. The global financial system remains susceptible to crisis, as demonstrated by the 2008 financial meltdown. High levels of debt, speculative investments, and shadow banking practice contribute to a systemic risk. A collapse in one sector can quickly escalate, leading to global economic turmoil. Do not be fooled about yesterday. Yesterday, it was in the news yesterday on MSNBC that yesterday was the biggest day in the stock market since 2020. Yeah, and when a liberal says that, wow. Desperate regulatory reforms post 2008, new risks have emerged with innovations like cryptocurrency and fintech. Central banks and regulators must stay alert to these evolving threats, balancing the need for financial stability with encouraging innovation. Yeah, apparently crypto had a major day yesterday as well. I would not know, but apparently that's what I'm being told. And oh, by the way, what's the future of CBDC? Can anyone hold the flush the toilet? Yeah. Income equality. Income equality. Rising income inequality has become a destabilizing force in many countries. The growing wealth gap can lead to social unrest as marginalized groups feel increasingly disenfranchised, fueling protests and civil disobedience that disrupt societal stability. Income equality also reduces consumer spending, as those in lower income brackets have limited purchasing power. When wealth is concentrated, fewer people have resources for education, entrepreneurship, and innovation. Key drivers of economic progress. Governments must consider policies that address economic inequality, promoting inclusive growth that benefits all segments of society. So, if you didn't know this, the cause of income inequality, simply stated, is the Biden administration. It has made every effort to destroy the middle class. This was done all in the name of fairness and equity. And this is a provenly failed model. No one wants to be poor. All right, so we're going to look at the chat here real quick here. Obama fled America? Really? Nah, he's on vacation, bro. Bitcoin went to 75,000. Silver is around 30. Wow. So, dudes, my silver's doubled since I bought it. Yeah. Maybe I won't buy any more silver for a while. Maybe I should have bought some more silver before yesterday. Okay, so I'm going to drink some coffee. Looks like we're way over the halfway mark, but we're not going to rush this. I stole about 5 minutes from you. I'm definitely going to give it back to you. So with that said, as usual, and you guys know the deal, if you love your country, type a 1 in the chat. America. Anyway, and with that, I want to talk to you guys about something very briefly. Very, very briefly. Let me find it. Let's see here. Where is that at? Where is refuge? There we go. Okay, so we're going to pay some bills, but we're going to do it in a very interesting way. As you guys know, I do have an affiliateship with Refuge Medical. I'm going to be doing a video on their Bear Fac 3.0. No, actually, it's the BearFact 2.0. I don't even think they sell it anymore, but that's okay because the 3.0 is just as good. It's got some different stuff. It's made differently. Guys, I cannot talk enough about this product. I've been searching for this product like no one wants to spend a lot of money, okay? But I've been searching for a way to get around not spending that money, and it's just not possible. It's not possible. If you want something that is this level of quality, it's something that's going to save somebody's life, then you definitely need to know about the BearFact. Now, I want to tell you a story because I got an email from him the other day, and it's called the story Life Save number 103. And so this is literally just an actual email from somebody who saved somebody's life with a BearFact. So, and I'm going to start now. Well, got to drink some coffee. So let's see here. Just so everyone knows, this is a true story and not just a sales pitch. True story and real life story. So here I am on my way home, and I'm sitting at a red turn light waiting to go when the arrow turns green and a 15-year-old boy comes across in front of me on a bike. It's 11 p.m. and he's in black clothes and he never slows down. And right in front of my eyes, I watch this kid get plastered by a green Jeep. Do I have your attention yet? Thank God I was there at that time in my life, as I am. And I'm sorry for the robotic reading, but this is a human being who typed this out, not somebody who spent 35 years in college doing nothing. Thank God I was there at the time in my life, as I'm on the volunteer fire department and am always thinking of what could happen. I was carrying my BearFact as my personal first aid kit, so I ran up to the boy and saw blood coming from his head and both his legs. I called 911 as soon as it happened and had them on the phone while I cut his pants to see the bone out of his leg. I immediately started to talk to the kid to keep him talking and told him what I was doing. And as I applied my own personal tourniquet to his left leg to stop the bleeding, that was the main spot of blood coming from. I told him it was going to hurt, but I had to do it. I cranked it to slow the bleed down and still had to use quick clot and started to pack the wound to get it to stop. I sat there and talked to this young man, holding steady pressure for a solid 6 to 7 minutes until the cops and fire department started showing up. I then finally got a chance to think about what actually happened right in front of my eyes. It makes me sad knowing that this kid will have to go through the weeks to come. Just wanted to put this out there that all my friends and my family think I'm just a crazy prepper, but I preach to everyone to buy an IFAC and keep it with you. And if nothing else, keep a tourniquet close by, as you just never know when you may need it. So I beg everyone I know, please look into buying some emergency medical gear. If you need help, just ask. I know a great place. And again, thank God I was in the place at that time, because I believe I made a huge difference this evening. So if you're interested in saving someone's life or yours, please, there's this link in the description. Scroll down there until you find Refuge Medical and think about spending your money wisely there. All right. So with that said, dollar's worthless. The dollar's worth, nah, not really anymore. We'll see what happens, bro. We'll see what happens. I think that the dollar's value can come back up if we do the right thing. Stray Kitten says, if you don't want, let's see. If you don't want BearFact, call 988 to talk to somebody about why you don't care about living. Oh, Jesus. Oh, Jesus. Wow. Oh, that's wow. Okay. So yeah, West Virginia Pappy. It says that there are 13 people on the Rumble side, but my guess is that they're all IT listening on their earphones while they work. All right, so long process is to bring them. Yes, Clint, it will be. It's going to be a long process. It'll take more than 4 years. It really will. We just have to make sure that we push through, that we set things up that cannot be taken down again. I think that I think that one of the things, and they'll call it a vanity project, but I think one of the things that that will first, day one, they're going to shut the border down, just to send a message. Apparently, there's a caravan on its way. The just in case last chance caravan for all the illegals, but I'm pretty sure that. Well, I don't know what's going to happen, but I do know that day one, they're going to close that border. They're going to shut that border down, and they're going to fix this stuff like now. They're going to get Congress involved, and they're going to hopefully fund that wall and make some laws that say the U.S. government can never fly illegal aliens in and drop them off, behind enemy lines, basically. It's freaking ridiculous. So Bear Fact will keep you alive if you don't want. Okay, we're good. There you go, Clint. Got you, bro. I got you. Okay, so let's go ahead and talk about some stuff about how we can adjust to be ready for an economic crisis. Now, when I say an economic crisis, I don't want to be like the impending doomsday economic crisis. That's not what I want to do. Okay, because these are things that we should be doing already. But for those of you that are not familiar with this, first thing is build a robust emergency fund. Establish an emergency fund that can cover at least 6 months of living expenses. For those with debtness or high fixed expenses, a larger reserve may be prudent. This fund will help cushion financial disruptions, allowing individuals to meet their needs without resorting to high interest loans or credit. A lot of people are living off credit right now. It's very dangerous. You're going to be living badly for a long, long time unless you can get yourself out of debt. And having that emergency fund is going to help you. Now, 6 months is a very glorious number. I tell people to follow the simple rule of unemployment. You're always supposed to have 3 months worth of bills or 3 months of your salary, okay, set aside that way, because it takes on average 3 months for somebody to find a job, a new job, if they lose their job. Yeah, it's something to think about. Let's see. I think my joke went over about as well as a Puerto Rico joke. No, Straight Getting, you're good. You're good. I think it's just people were just like, huh? What? Well, what's 988, man? You guys didn't know that 988 is the suicide crisis hotline. It's a national hotline. If you're having problems and thinking about doing something really, really selfish, then you should probably dial 988 and let them talk you off that ledge. All right, let's see here. The second thing, reduce debt, guys. Reduce debt. Prioritize paying off high interest debts, such as credit card balances. Reducing debt burden provides financial flexibility. Enabling individuals to withstand income loss or unexpected expenses with less financial strain. Consider a systematic approach, such as the snowball or avalanche method. Google it, to effectively reduce debt. Some people think those things work. Other people think they don't. I simply follow the rule of double payments. Double payment, still it's gone. Double payment, still it's gone. And then when each card by card it's gone, then something's happening. All right, so diversify income streams. Explore multiple income streams, including part-time work, freelancing, or small business ventures. Diversifying income sources can mitigate risk if one's primary income source is disrupted. Side businesses, in particular, can provide both supplemental income and potential for growth. Guys, believe it or not, eBay is not dead. If there's a lot of us that have a lot of stuff that's doing a lot of nothing, okay? That I heard something. And eBay still exists. And it's 1,000,000 times safer than Facebook Marketplace. That is for sure. So be safe. Use your common sense. But if you've got stuff laying around that's doing nothing and it's not part of your preparedness plan, get that money back, man. Get that money back. Let's see here. Minimize and prioritize expenses. Don't misdial Canada. They'll help you. I gotcha. Canada, Grumpy Acres Farms. Let's see here. Where's the 20 million Dem voters from 2020? That's a great question. That's a great question. There's a very good chance that they're independents or they've become Republicans. Let's see here. That's a program called Made Medical. Oh yeah. Have you heard about the? I'm going to go offsuit because Grumpy Acres is talking about Canada killing people. It's called the MAID program, Medical Assistance and Dying Suicidal. Call the hotline and we'll give you help. So some Canadian dude invented a death capsule. And one of the things about the death capsule is that once you're in it and it's turned on, you can't get out of it. And the idea is that you would just slowly fade away. Well, apparently, under this law, this guy started using the death capsules, and someone used one, and they literally just watched as this guy just fought for his life inside this death capsule and actually ended up being killed. So there was no fading away. And survival instinct is a very, very weird thing. Hopefully you never have to experience it. But anyway, so yeah, he got arrested. He's in trouble with the Canuckin law. Let's say, and they had to, I heard that didn't work and they had to strangle people. I don't know. I just know the guy's under arrest. All right, let's see here. Review budgets to cut non-essential spending, focus on needs over wants. Adopting a frugal lifestyle can build financial resilience with funds allocated towards spending, investments, or debt reduction instead of discretionary expenses. So if you guys didn't know, because I haven't told anybody, this is for me, no spend November. And that's going to be a little tricky. So, all right, let's see here. You know what? That reminds me of 7th November. I got to make a video like now, like today. Because Black Friday. And I've got a little addition to my EDC I'm going to be showing you guys. It's a pretty nifty little gadget. All right, let's see here. Invest in tangible assets. Consider adding tangible assets to investment portfolios such as precious metals, real estate, or commodities that hold value during the economic downturns. While these assets may not generate immediate returns, they often serve as hedges against inflation and economic stability. Next would be stockpiling essential supplies. Short paragraph on that one. Build a gradual stockpile of essential items, including non-perishable foods, clean water. Nope, there was not a glitch in the matrix. I really said it 5 times. Medications and hygiene products. Start with 3-month reserve, adjusting based on household size and needs. A well-managed stockpile provides a safety net during storages and helps maintain a level of independence. Also, when you lose your job, you don't starve. It's the best. Let's see here. Claims people will spend more on Christmas this year than ever. You can say brainwash. Okay, nothing of substance. Pain lets you know you're still alive. There you go, Rose. All right, so number 7, acquire critical survival skills. Basic survival skills such as gardening, food preservation, first aid, and self-defense are invaluable during crisis. Mastering these skills fosters independence, especially in case of civil unrest or supply chain breakdowns. Consider a reliable guide to aid in skilled development, particularly for those new to self-reliance. Number 8, stay informed. Staying informed about economic trends, government policies, and global events empowers individuals to make timely decisions. A well-informed approach ensures individuals stay proactive rather than reactive in an evolving economic landscape. For instance, I should have bought some silver 2 days ago, but I did not. And now it's $31 an ounce. Ka-cha. All right, let's see here. And Sear, this is the fastest way to get frickin' where are we at here? Excuse me. Mute you forever, and now you are gone, and delete this message. Okay, there we go. Just had somebody pop into the Rumble and decide, go follow these videos forever. Fuck off. Oh, wow. Excuse me. Wow. Speak your mind. And I apologize for that. So, yeah. All right, there we go. Free man. Oh, I like it. Free man, you're going to get along with someone in this chat. That is for sure. Free man, you should definitely be part of my membership. That is for sure. All right, let's see here. Cultivate a community network. Build a connection of like-minded individuals in one's community strengths, cohesive resilience. A support network provides access to shared resources, skilled and aid during crises, making survival and recovery easier. Andy says, I heard nothing. And there we go. Let's see here. Seems we read the same histories. All right, let's see here. Number 10, prioritize health and well-being. Physical and mental well-being are critical for navigating high-stress situations. Practicing regular exercise, proper nutrition, and stress management equips individuals to handle crisis scenarios more effectively. So, with all that said, these steps will emphasize proactive preparedness rather than fear-driven decisions. By addressing both practical and financial areas, individuals can approach potential economic crisis with confidence, safeguarding themselves and their families against a range of future uncertainties. Yeah. Let's see here. LP silver was up to 31 a week ago. It's gone down now. It's gone down. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and check the poll. So now is the time. We got 52 votes. Looks like we had a lot of votes in here. We got some people drop off. But right now, let's see what your top priority for economic prep is. If you have not made your thoughts be known in the poll, now is the time to do that. 35% say building an emergency fund, 27% say stockpiling essential supplies, 23% learning new skills, and 15% say reducing high interest debt. Oh my goodness. Still have seeds and garden supplies for growing inside or outside. Yes, absolutely. 100%. And the thing is it's not about just storing seeds, guys. It's about continuing that rotation of growing, in this case, canning, I would say, mostly canning, maybe dehydrating, maybe freeze drying, but let's use preserving. So growing, preserving, creating seeds, growing, preserving, creating seeds, growing, preserving, because that makes it so that your stores are not dependent on stores. That's the idea. Let's see. Seed saving, non-GMO. That's true. That's very true. Okay, guys, looks like we made it to the 1 hour as promised. And yeah, I've got to go. I've got to jerky. There you go. You're gonna make some leather. You're gonna make some tomato jerky, some tomato skin jerky. Jerky's good. I like jerky. All right, guys, we're going to go ahead and close that right there. And I think that's going to be about it for today. As usual, be your own store. That's true, Stray Kitten. Absolutely. Yum jerky. I like it. Be your own store. Let's see here. All right. So once again, if you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that thumbs up on the way out the door. It is free and only helps me. And it's free and only helps me. That's pretty good. Don't forget to subscribe if you're not a subscriber. For my subscribers, please check your bell status. YouTube has been turning stuff off. Not because they hate me, but because they just can't help themselves. If you want to support the channel, I recommend a membership. If you are interested in looking at that, do me a favor. If you're on your phone, if you're on your PC, just hit the join button. You'll find out. But if you're on your phone, look for the blue or green highlighted letters that say more, and then scroll down to the bottom where it says join, and then pick the one in the middle because that's the best one. It offers everything, basically. All right, guys, that's going to be about it for right now. I'm going to go ahead and start pushing some buttons now. We shall see you on Friday. Like I said, I got to make a video today. Stay safe. Have a great day, and I shall see you when I see you. Bye-bye.